Chaos.
And I'm fucking Goblin and Green.
And we just finished watching Spider-Man 3 for Marvel Month, our review, and we've completed all 3 now. Yay! As you can tell, Goblin had a great time with this film. This one was clearly 10 out of 10. Clearly Spider-Man 3. Perfect. You know it. Alright, so let's get into the plot. Now, this plot is probably the most confusing out of all of them. So let's continue off. Okay, so at the end of the second one, they let off on showing that Harry wants to kill Spider-Man, and he finds the Goblin lair, and that's where it ends for them. Peter and Mary Jane start dating after Mary Jane leaves John Jameson at the altar, and meets up, and they have this big, long, boring speech about how much they love each other and stuff. And they start dating. So that's where we are at the beginning of this movie. So Spider-Man is different. So where Spider-Man 2 began with him down in the dumps and having trouble with life, he's now adjusted in the third movie, and he's actually at like the top of his game right now. And people love him. Stan Lee loves him. Everybody is loving him.
Stanley's a piece of shit.
New York pretty much just loves Spider-Man. There's books about it. There's newspapers about it. And we get introduced to Eddie Brock, who's...
Great job, guys! Let's throw another character in there, just for the fuck of it. Because, wow!
Anyways, so we get to meet Eddie Brock, and we get to meet Flip Marko, aka Sandman, and we get to also have the characters from the last movie, which is completely stupid, and... Are you okay? You good? Okay. So yeah, throughout this movie, Sandman is trying to get money for his daughter, Harry Osborn is trying to kill Spider-Man, and Eddie Brock is trying to get money to marry his girlfriend, and then after Peter gets him in trouble and gets him fired, just like in the cartoon, Eddie wants revenge. And then Spider-Man gets a black suit, and Mary Jane's storyline is she's trying to become a famous actress on Broadway.
So remember, guys, if a person fucks you over at work, you get a symbiote and you murder them. I believe that is the way that it goes. Because that makes fucking sense.
Alright, let's get into characters and...
What characters?
There's characters.
Okay, start with fucking Bitch McGee. Okay, first of all.
Spider-Man.
Okay, first of all. Okay, Spider-Man. Okay, he's pretty much the same. He changes because of the fucking black jizz. There, done. He becomes a pissy, whiny little fucking bitch emo fuck.
That dances in jazz club.
And dances in a dance club. I don't give a shit. Horrible job. Fuck me. You go.
I feel like...
You feel!
Sam Raimi just... He didn't bring the magic from the first two over. A little bit, but not all of it. Some scenes just didn't feel right. Peter dancing in the jazz...
I want to dance, guys!
This is not a good scene. You know... I mean, like, Peter kissing Gwen Stacy was really bad. Like, a Spider-Man, it was really bad. Like, does
it wasn't even like... He didn't even have, like, it would make more sense if he had the black symbiote on, but he didn't. It was just normal.
And then, like, it makes him look so dumb because he can't figure out that, oh, my girlfriend might get angry if I kiss another girl in front of her.
And then it's funny because at the beginning they make an effort to make him look smart, and then they just throw it all away.
Once again.
We don't need that shit. Who wants Spider-Man to be smart?
So Spider-Man was fine until he got the black suit. We still have some things that Spider-Man does that are stupid. Faces that he makes that are just hilarious. I mean, like, you can't... It's... Maybe we'll do a montage of all the faces. But yeah, it was just...
Okay, Mary fucking Jane, let's go.
Alright, let's get into Mary Jane.
First of all, here's the thing that I've noticed about Mary Jane. Okay,
we watch all 3 movies tonight.
She's not a character. You know why? She doesn't change. It's been 3 fucking movies, and the only thing she's changed is which cock is in her mouth. That's it. So, her character development is, help me, and she gets saved. Done.
She gets kidnapped and stuff.
Who the fuck cares about Mary Jane? She is the most bland, most boring, most pointless character in this. She is there as someone for fucking Spider-Man to save, and that's retarded. Spider-Man should want to save everyone, not just fucking Mary Jane. It's fucking bullshit.
For me,
3 movies. And she didn't get any character development. Go.
For me, when I'm watching a movie and experiencing a movie and I'm interested in a world, whether it's DC, Marvel, Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, the Avengers, X-Men, any of those worlds, anything, The Departed, anything like that, Gone Girl, The characters have to evolve, and I have to be interested and be grabbed by the characters. And Mary Jane just isn't a character that does that for me. She's boring, she's bland, she doesn't evolve, she doesn't change. She never changes. She's at the same spot she was in the first movie.
Which is where...
to the third movie. It hasn't changed. Peter has changed, he's learned lessons. Mary Jane hasn't. She still gets kidnapped. You think she's learned by now not to get kidnapped, but she still gets kidnapped. It's so stupid. She's such a worthless character. I don't even think you can classify her as a character after a while. It's just like, after a while, you just check out because you're like, oh no, MJ's sad, or she's screaming, or she's kidnapped.
And it's not even like the character itself. Even mention of Mary Jane makes you be like, oh, I don't care about this sentence already.
I mean, like, some scenes are like, okay, that's not horrible. I understand why she'd act like this. Like, I totally give Peter shit, too, for what he did kissing Gwen. I totally understand that scene. That scene's fine.
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't go off and fuck his best friend, though.
Yeah.
Not fuck, but...
Yeah.
Make out with his best friend.
Yeah. But I mean, like, when she's doing, like, the tango and stuff, and it's just, ooh! It makes you go, what happened with this movie? There's clearly something that went wrong during the development of this movie. It's clear. The evidence is in the movie. As you're watching this movie, it is a complete mess compared to the other two. It is not gold like the other two. Yes, Spider-Man 1 and 2 had their problems, their ups, their downs. This one has so many bad things about it, though, that it hurts the trilogy so badly. It's why there was not a fourth one created.
So next character, let's go with Sandman. Now, Sandman, to me...
Marco, Sandman?
...was the character that he wanted, that Sam Raimi wanted to do. Like, I feel like he put the most energy into that. Yeah. And then they called him and said, oh, by the way, you need Venom in this.
And we need Harry, you need to finish Harry's stuff.
Yeah, well, I feel like he wanted to finish Harry's and have Sandman's. Yeah. I feel like he wanted those two, but then when they got the call for Venom, he was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Okay. Right? But I feel like Sandman's story was great. He was very different from the... I really like Sandman in this because he was different from the villains of the other movies. Yeah. Because, like, as you noticed, he didn't really have the whole multiple personality thing. He had a mission and knew what he was going to do, and he had, that kind of stuff. Yeah. However, I don't know what his mission had to do with, like, becoming a giant behemoth and fighting Spider-Man.
Yeah. Is he trying to save his daughter? How does that help save your daughter? Yes, you survived. Yes, Spider-Man got you a little wet. You dried. You survived. You didn't die. Go save your daughter.
What's bullshit is, like, Spider-Man said he was dead, so he could have just used that. Yeah. And go. He could have gone to any other city. Yeah. Could have just left. Yeah. I would have just left as soon as Spider-Man thought I was dead. Yep. And just grabbed my daughter and fucking run. Let's move on to Harry Osborn. Okay, so I feel like when he gets knocked out, that's just a thing to pad the runtime out, make it longer.
Yeah, and to give him something to do so that Sam's not completely stressed with trying to make this villain fight Spider-Man while Sandman's fighting Spider-Man while Eddie's confrontation with Spider-Man. Exactly. But for Harry, he was the main villain I wanted to see for this movie. If you really want to add Venom, just make Harry become Venom.
Just... Like, we were talking about this.
Yes, 2 birds with 1 stone.
The movie would have been so much better if, like, he was like, I want to kill Spider-Man. Yeah. So he goes to, like, Oscorp, and he gets, like, a Venom thing, because they found an asteroid. Yeah. It would work so much better.
Yes. I mean, like, it would work so great because Harry has connections to Oscorp. What if an asteroid lands, and they're examining it, and they find out it's a symbiote and stuff? And, maybe, I don't know, Peter gets a hold of it.
Yeah, Peter gets a hold of it first, but...
And then Harry gets it after. And through the hate, because Harry hates Spider-Man, Peter Parker, already. It's already established from the last 2 movies. That means Eddie Brock doesn't have to be in this movie. That means there's 1 less character to do. And then you can take Sandman out too and save him for another movie. Then you just have that 1 character. You have Harry and Venom, which is really good combination because they both hate Spider-Man. They both have their reasons. It's straight out there. You know who Harry is. Yeah. You know him. You've grown with him. He's evolved as a character.
Unlike someone else.
He's got a point to him. Sure, have him fight as the Goblin originally, and then he gets the symbiote after fighting, Black Spider-Man.
Because if he fights Black Spider-Man, he'll know that it's a symbiote, and he can just, like, take a sample or something. Yeah.
Or he does the Bell Tower. The Bell Tower is a great scene. That's one of the good scenes in this movie. It's done really well.
It'd be awesome if, like, he, like, got Spider-Man and got him to take off the symbiote, like, tied down Spider-Man, played all the stuff, and took the symbiote from Spider-Man. Yeah. It'd be cool. Cool. But This movie is just trying to balance. I feel like at best you should balance one or two villains.
I really wanted to see Harry done in this one properly. I know Sandman is great, guys. I know he is. He's a great villain. The actor is great. I would have loved to see him just in another new movie after Sam Raimi has tied up his loose ends. He's got so many loose ends starting this third movie. Like, what happens with Harry? What happens with all these characters that he's already set up in the previous two? And he just kind of, he tries to tie up the loose ends, but also adding new loose ends with new characters.
That's kind of the biggest problem with this movie, is that it doesn't...
Like, what happens to Sandman? He just leaves? Does he save his daughter? Does he get arrested? Does he turn himself in? What happened?
I mean, in closing up a lot of these characters, pretty sure the two that he closed up were Venom and Goblin.
Yeah.
And Harry. Those were the two that he definitely closed up. But Sandman he left open.
Yeah.
And a lot of other stuff he left open.
Spider-Man he left open.
Exactly.
I mean, like, what the hell was this movie? It was a mess. It was a pile of black symbiotic mess.
So basically, what I gotta say about this is, okay, J. Jonah Jameson is pretty much the same.
He's great. He's a great
He's
character.
awesome.
I love the blood pressure and the pills.
Yeah.
That's a great scene to add. Good job, Sam, with that. That's good. You're involving the character.
And, basically a lot of the characters that we said were good haven't really changed.
Okay, Gwen Stacy.
Oh, wait.
Let's get into Gwen's. So
Why?
Gwen Stacy's in this
Disappears.
movie.
Okay,
She shouldn't have been. She was useless and worthless.
Let's throw another character in to do.
Yeah, let's throw another chick in there that's worthless, screams, and complains.
They can't even put character development on one woman. They're trying two now.
Like, what?
It's not even. Why should I have to clarify that it's women?
See, here's how I would accept Gwen. If you threw her in maybe as a cameo at the beginning with the class, that's it. That's all you need. I mean, a little cameo. We don't need a huge new character.
They did that with the Doctor Wizard, so
that would be fine. I would be okay with that if they showed Gwen at the beginning. Where they have the class scene and they both put up their hands. That's cool. That's all you need. That's it. Just one little cameo.
What I hate about this movie the most is that they try to make Gwen out to be smart, but in the end, it just doesn't work. Why does this movie have so much trouble making a character look smart? I don't understand how hard that is.
Because they make them do dumb decisions.
I legitimately, that's the one thing in this movie that he never does right, is I never think a character is, overly intelligent. What's fucked up is that it's not even fair to say it's Sam Raimi's fault, because this movie had 3 fucking writers. Yeah. 3 writers can't make one good female character.
One good female character. And she doesn't evolve. None of the characters really evolved. I mean, some of them did. Harry did a little bit. But they didn't evolve that great. Peter still ends up down in the dumps again with the symbiote, which was cool. I think all the symbiote stuff for what they could do was cool. I think it was...
Yeah. Except when he fucking takes the mask off.
But they want to show off the actor, right?
I understand that with someone okay, no, I understand it. I get it with someone like Will Smith, like in Suicide Squad. Because Will Smith is...
No, it's still stupid.
Just fucking shut up. Okay, because Will Smith is a little more famous than fucking James Franco.
You mean Topher Grace?
Topher Grace? Exactly, that's why I forgot the name. I went to the better actor. But anyways... I get why they would want to show Will Smith's face. There's a lot of Will Smith fans out. That's a huge fan base. That's why Suicide Squad got a lot of people, because there's a lot of Will Smith fans. Right? But with this actor, I had no idea why they kept showing his face. He looked cooler when he was in the symbiote. Also, his symbiote was a scrawny little fuck.
Yeah.
I thought Venom was supposed to be a giant fucking pile of muscle.
See, I don't really care about that. I'm glad they at least made him look... He could have looked like Space Venom.
I know, but he always took off the mask. Ruined it.
Well, it's the same with Deadshot for me, honestly. It's stupid. Don't do it! Stop doing it! Why? Why does Goblin take off his mask? Why does Venom take off his mask?
Why is this a thing?
Why does Spider-Man always lose his mask? Is it that fucking hard to keep a mask on your face?
I know, this isn't even specific to Deadshot. I mean, now that it's literally so many heroes have so much problems keeping their fucking mask on. Even Winter Soldier takes his mask off.
I think the worst part about Spider-Man 3 is the fact that we just watched Spider-Man 2 and we enjoyed it and it was great and it was better than the first one. And leaving the second one, you go, wow, that movie was fantastic. And then when the third one was announced, everyone was excited and pumped because the second one was so good, the first one was so good. And then you go to the third one and you just...
I feel like they just pulled the Terminator.
Yeah.
Where, the first Terminator was awesome, the second Terminator was way better, and the third Terminator was
Yeah. I don't know what to say. It's just... It's awful. It's just, I mean, like, there's parts of a good movie in this movie.
Yeah.
You take all the Sandman stuff and you separate it into his own movie. Beautiful. Take all the Venom stuff and Harry Osborn stuff. You separate that into its own movie. Beautiful. Done. There's 2 movies. That's twice the amount of money, and you'll probably actually keep a fan base.
Yeah, but I think he was only signed on for 3 movies.
Yeah, I know, but then they could have got another actor or another writer or director to do it.
I know, but like, then it wouldn't be the same.
I know it wouldn't be the same, but it might have actually been able to continue and keep on going.
I know, but like, what's the point if it's not the same? It's just radically different than Sam Raimi's direction. Like, if the 4th one looked nothing like it was connected to the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st one.
Well, sometimes you have to bring, like with J.J. Abrams, he came in and fixed Star Wars. Maybe sometimes you need to do that with a series when it starts trailing and kind of starting to die.
Oh no, I know that. Also, it didn't help that Spider-Man 3 did horrible.
Yeah.
So they didn't want to make another one.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying after they should have had Sam Raimi focus. Sam Raimi should have focused on one villain. If the people want to see Venom, do Venom.
I mean, yeah.
I know
That's kind of the biggest problem too. Is like Sam Raimi didn't really want to do Venom.
Then he should have just walked away from the project, and they should have got someone else to direct.
Well, it's fucked up because it's weird because he wasn't told at the beginning of the project that people wanted to do Venom.
Yeah.
He was told halfway through filming.
Yeah.
And you can't have a director leave halfway through the film.
Yeah.
Because then you have one half of the film that's directed by this guy and one other half that's directed by this other guy.
Yeah.
So they basically said, the fans said, why is there no Venom? And he said, because I didn't want Venom in this.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, fuck you. And then Sony calls him up and they're like, could you just throw Venom in for fun? Like, for the fans. We'll get more fans if you throw Venom in. And he's like, well, fuck it. Okay, I'll throw Venom in. And then throws Venom in and the fans bite him in the ass. Because Venom should have been thought about in the planning of this movie, not halfway through the movie.
Yeah.
It's Venom. It's Venom. It's one of Spider-Man's biggest adversaries.
Yeah.
And you throw him in on the halfway point of one movie where you're focusing on 2 other characters.
At the end of the movie.
Exactly.
It's like the final act is when he finally comes in. He doesn't even do that much. I mean, like, he gets like one cool action scene with Spider-Man, really, too. And he kills Harry, but whoop-de-doo, that was hard.
Yeah,
I like the fight between Harry and Peter in his house and stuff. That's very cool.
I got to use the sword from the first movie.
Yeah.
But I mean, ultimately, this movie was pretty messy.
It's disappointing. It's so disappointing. You go out of the second one with Doc Ock and Spider-Man, and there's even Easter eggs about Doc Ock in this movie. And it's kind of shameful that this is the spawn of Spider-Man 2.
What's weird to me is, like, they already have these villains set up, too. Like, they even have, like, the Lizard to be set up. Right? So that could have been... You could have had, like, 3 other movies.
Yeah.
You could have had one with Venom, one with...
Sandman.
One with Sandman, one with Green Goblin... No, Harry.
Or you could just do Venom.
Or do Venom. Whatever. If you want to keep them separate, I'm saying. Right? So the fans don't get upset. Right? And then you could do another movie with the Lizard, and it would have... worked.
So let's talk about the CGI in this movie.
Better than the first and second.
It's definitely better, but there are some really, really bad parts.
There's some really bad parts of the CGI. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. So, I mean, at least Venom looks cool.
Alright, so what do you want to rate it?
For me, this movie was one part disappointing and another part, like, hopeful.
Yeah.
It was a mix. I feel like the movie would have been a lot better if they didn't have, like, Venom in at all. Yeah. I feel like if they took out Venom, because they didn't even have Venom in the original one, so if they would have just not listened to the fans and just released this movie as is,
it would have done better.
It would have done way better because it would have been more focused.
Yeah.
I feel like as the movie sits right now, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. I don't think it's better than the first one, and I don't think it's better than the second one. I feel like it's an okay movie. It's not the worst superhero movie I've ever seen in my life. It's up there, but it's not the worst. It's not as bad as The Dark Knight or Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one, Claire. Okay, so for me, I actually agree with you. I'm going to go with a 5 out of 10 too.
Yeah.
I think it's not horrible, but it's watchable. But if you're a huge Spider-Man fan, you will be mad.
It's weird. It's one of those movies that's like that's what I say. Like half the movie has disappointing elements. The other has like good elements.
Well, my thing is, if you were to go through this movie and you were to take all the Sandman scenes and all the Venom scenes and all the Harry scenes and split them up, that would be a good movie. Those would be 3 good movies right there. There's like 3 excellent movies all crammed and mushed into one little movie, and it's gross.
I feel like Sam Raimi after the second movie was like, well, everyone liked the second movie, so I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
Because it was so successful.
Yeah.
But that's not how it works. You gotta keep going. Yeah. And I don't mean to give advice to Sam Raimi because obviously I'm not a director.
Yeah.
But I mean,
like,
come on, buddy.
Look at your ratings you got.
I mean, they're all better than Suicide Squad.
Yeah, clearly.
And Batman vs Superman.
Yeah. Got horrible movies. Not like
and Man of Steel.
70% or broke the box office with Suicide Squad.
No, not at all. Anyways, so...
Yeah, so this is Anarchy bringing you the chaos.
And this is Goblin in Green.